Hey everybody, Dustin Bynum here. I want to share something with you. This is a thing that's like kind of near and dear to my heart. Um, Really just pisses me off to no end when I see this kind of thing. Let me turn this around. This is the area of California I live in, and let me show you this. Look at this crap. This land doesn't belong to the people who dumped this here. Not by a long shot. People have been dumping out here for a while. Now, this is the first time I've seen it. But man, if this was my land, I'd be livid. I'd be absolutely livid about this. I try to pick up what I can and throw it in the bed of my truck and do my best to try to help keep the desert as clean as possible. But holy crap, I can't. I'm one guy. I can't do this all in one shot. Who of you up here think that this is okay to do to somebody's property? I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. What right do you have to dump your trash all over the desert? Like you're entitled to it in some way, shape, or form. I'm sorry, I'm pissed. I don't like this. This land belongs to other people. If I pulled up in front of your house and dumped my trash off on your front lawn, how would you feel? Would that make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside? I think not. This pisses me off. And this is not the first time I've seen this. This is the first time I'm posting about it because this is probably one of the larger dump sites I've come across. I know there's others. I know a lot of you guys who like to roll your desert whips out to the sticks and drive around quads and motorcycles, that kind of thing. You guys see this all the time, way more often than I sure do. I only come across this when I'm out driving properties, looking at cabins, that kind of thing, and I see it all over California. But this is a pretty big site. I don't see the city doing anything about it. In fact, I've called some local charities that do cleanup. Can't even get a phone call back, which means to tell me that it's up to you and I. It's up to people that are just good-hearted individuals that don't want to see our communities trashed to make sure that we're policing this stuff, because certainly the assholes that are doing this, they're not going to stop. That's not going to end. They're going to do it and they're going to get away with it. There's not going to be any enforcement action for them to get caught. You can count one thing for sure. If this is your land and city ordinance comes by and sees this, they're not going to chase the people that did it. They're going to fine you for it. So this is just something out there. I'm just putting it out there. Sorry, I'm ranting, but it pisses me off. And please, people, I don't care where you live. It doesn't have to be my high desert communities where I live. It can be anywhere. Don't do this to other people. There are so many programs available for trash amnesty, green waste amnesty. Look at the tires out here. There's so many tires out here. I mean, this is like industrial dumping. There's tire amnesty days offered in San Bernardino County where you can just dump off your old tires, or if you're a good Samaritan, pick them up off the side of the road like I do, drop them off when they have the amnesty days. They're not charging for that kind of pickup. There's e-waste recycling days where you can just come and drop your old TVs and e-waste off. There's TVs out here in the desert for days. I counted at least no less than 5 just driving down this road. There's a carcass of one right there. Guys, it's not hard. It takes longer to drive out to the rural areas of the high desert to dump that stuff than it would be to just drop it off at your local parking lot where they're doing an amnesty day. Why would you do that? I can't wrap my mind around it. I just can't. It's absolutely disrespectful. Yeah, 100. Look, there's another TV carcass right there. This is shameful. Absolutely shameful. So look, people, I implore you, if you see people dumping, report them. You know, it's not, unless we as individuals in the community take a stand and say, hey, this isn't okay to do in our communities. Communities are going to end up looking like third world dump sites like this. That's not okay by me. It's not. So please, if you see people dumping, report them to the local authorities. If the local authorities don't do anything about it, which who knows, they might, they may not. You know, it's not high priority stuff for them, but maybe they find somebody that's got a trend or a history of doing this kind of thing, and maybe they grab them. You don't know. Better to at least try than do nothing at all. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I've only got one small trailer and a truck, and I pick up as much stuff as I can see. And in fact, I got a side yard full of tires that get dumped off on properties that, myself as a listing agent get responsible for. Or investors that I work with, where people dump on their property thinking it's, it must be an investor, a corporation, or a business. They have the resources to handle it. That stuff happens all the time. There's real live flesh and blood people on the other side of that have to deal with that level of discourteous behavior, disrespectful behavior, the behavior of entitlement, like somebody else ought to take care of that for you, like they owe you something. That's all I got to say, people. We all need to come together to try to be the best human beings that we can. And from what I'm seeing this morning, this ain't cutting it, not even close. This is not the way we treat our neighbors and the people in our community. Just not. Do better, people. Until then, Dustin Bynum signing off.